Great show.
You saw the Beatles Love Show last night?
Yeah, it was incredible. I loved it, man. I was so into the wardrobe and costume design. It was so fun. Then I rolled over to the tables, Rich.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I got in the first game. It was 21 to 4, I think. I took an absolute beating that I've never even seen.
You stayed on 4 when the dealer was showing 21?
No, I took a 21-4 meeting. Whoa, as avocado flies out of the mouth. And then, you know, I hung in there. I stayed steady.
Yeah?
In through the nose, out through the nose, as Brian McKenzie would say.
And now let's get our teams competing here this morning. First, from Brazil, she's rocking the #1 jersey from Rio de Janeiro, standing at 5'10", under a 5 FIVB. First place finishes, and the first place.
Welcome back to the desert, Las Vegas. This is the FIVB Las Vegas 4-Star Open, presented by P1440. My name is Rich Lamborn, joined as always this weekend by Casey Jennings.
Yeah, buddy. We got a couple great ball games, great matchups this morning. We are fired up.
Now let's meet our team from the
We're on Stadium Court here in Las Vegas. This is USA versus Brazil. Claes and Sponcil from the United States playing Salgado. Antonelli from Brazil. This is women's second round playoff action. Carried over from late last night when people needed to get to the tables. The referee said, I've had a 9-hour day. I need to get some blackjack action in. Let's put this match off until the morning when the sun is shining, and here we are on Stadium Court getting ready to go here. This is elimination rounds in this tournament, so the loser will be out in 9th place. The winner will move on to the quarterfinals later this afternoon.
So this match is to get to 5th place. They're both sitting in 9th right now. And this is, to me, Rich, this could very well be a semifinal match or a quarterfinal match for sure. And for these two teams to be playing in this spot, somebody took a loss they probably shouldn't have the other day.
Yeah, Antonelli and Salgado winning their pool, so they went directly to this round, and Sponcil Claes came out of their pool in 3rd, dropping their opening round match. And so that is how we ended up here. They won their first round of playoffs, and now these two square off as we see the hitting error that time after the defense from Antonelli.
Total opposite team-wise as far as the length they've been playing together. As Carolina goes jumbo shrimp on 1, back to the middle of the court.
Call that the back pedal Brazilian jumbo.
I love that play. I'm going to block you. No, I'm going to pull. Oh. So what I was saying is that Carolina and Maria have been playing together for some time. And just this year, I've seen them training relentlessly together every single day, rep after rep. They know each other very well. They've known each other's games for a long time. Whereas Kelly Claes and Sponcil, is this their first tournament, Rich?
This is their first tournament on the World Tour together. Some great defense from both sides there. And Kelly Claes ultimately going to put this away with the left-handed poke. She's a right-handed player, but we're going to see a lot of ambidextrous action out of her.
Yeah.
Really good at the net. Another thing that's somewhat unique on the women's side about this American squad is they both handset with some regularity. Most of the women's teams out there are bump setting primarily, unless you're from Holland.
That's right.
And then you have some of the sauciest hands on earth.
And Kelly Claes, she's my height. She's 6'2.5", 6'3", and she is smooth as can be. Whereas when you get that length, sometimes you lose a little bit of that control of your body, the baby deer syndrome. She's 23, but she moves like she moves like Carrie did, and Carrie does now today. It takes time to get that. Some never even get it. But she is smooth, being able to go with her left hand. She comes in nice and light, aggressive. She's confident. I really like her game. I haven't been able to see Sponcil play a lot, but I've seen from afar and watched a little bit this weekend, and she is a firecracker and a whip.
True defender, Sarah Sponcil, national champion last year out of UCLA. The over on one attempt that time from Antonelli goes just wide.
Great play if you make it. One of those plays, if you put that ball in the court, looks real good, looks like you're in control, nice and confident, slap back to the line, and you miss it. You're just thinking, goodness gravy, I had 2 more hits on that. Great save on that set. Tight pass. And they get another opportunity with nobody up. Carolina's going to clean that up. That's where Kelly Claes got to be up there on that. We're all professionals out here.
We're all professionals, Casey says with moderate condescension.
I tell that to my buddies.
Let's have a look at this.
Kelly wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, Kelly does. She just gets caught kind of in the back court. Looked like a tough chance for Brazil, but you can see that Carolina walloped that.
Great set.
The Americans out in front, though, as we take the side change. 4 looking at 3. They try Big Red. She goes around the right side. And the soft shot over the top falls for point number 4. Brazil.
That's what you're going to see. Kelly comes in real smooth. Could have waited on that ball a little more, and what you're going to see her do is she's going to start to really speed up her game and start getting aggressive. When those, as you saw yesterday with the Brazilian team that had, we called them Team Swagger, you're going to see her come in and hit that ball like she did, but she took a big, giant peekaboo look at the court and lost the ball. So that ball came down and it was lower than she wanted it to be, which created that hit out of bounds.
I'd chalk that up a little bit to growing pains as a partnership. Sort of the unfamiliarity. You're not quite sure exactly the set your partner needs all the time just yet. And the hitting error there from Carolina.
Big break as Kelly comes in hard on that one and doesn't take a look at all and gets stuffed, and Sponcil saves the day, covers it, goes back over, and Carolina with an opportunity to smash that ball with no one there just misses it. Sometimes it's harder to hit the ball in the court without the block up there. It's amazing. In practice, you'll have a drill where there's no blocker and you're supposed to hit this corner line shot, and I'm like, just put a little blocker up there and get some mouse ears over. I'll go over 12 feet and hit that pocket in the corner. And then when you have an open net like that, sometimes it's just, your vision gets skewed because there's nothing there to gauge. Yeah. She turns that ball out a lot.
She overcooked it, right? It's like leaving the picanha on the spit just a little too long at the churrascaria, you know what I mean?
Oh, the picanha.
Nice hard swing, Sarah Sponcil after the diving pass, showing her athleticism. Sarah's about in the 5'8", 5'9" range.
Yeah.
Looks small next to the 6'3" Kelly Claes, but she is athletic.
Tons of fire, gets up and swings at the ball. Got a little Taylor Crabb style.
Yeah.
But can shoot, has nice touch on the ball too, huh?
I like her game. Yeah, she's got a lot of fire. And the other thing I like about her game is she's not afraid to wear the Oakley jawbreakers.
Yeah, the jawbreakers.
Those are big.
In case she wants some tunes in between points.
Nice shot over the top there, Kelly Claes. Yeah, they're big. You're ready for beach volleyball, but you're also ready if Elon Musk calls you into the SpaceX program. You know, you're ready for liftoff.
Well, you can also have the Bluetooth headphones going and nobody even knows it. Then someone's telling you shot calls on the other side.
Big bomb cross court. Carolina Salgado
with a rip. Carolina's like these Brazilians I get along with so well. They're like family to me. She gets a good pass. Maria sets her perfect. Nice, lot of room to swing on, and takes a rip at that ball.
Carolina, mother of 2, still maybe the best abs on tour. What do I have to do to recover?
Call Jeremy Casebeer.
Call Jeremy Casebeer.
He's got the recipe for abness.
He's got the ab recipe minus the motherhood element.
just such great personalities. Carolina Salgado, Pedro, my partner, it's his sister. Their family means so much to me. I love them. And Maria Antonelli is one of the funniest people you'll ever meet. You get a chance to talk to her. Oh my gosh. She is a crack up.
Nice high swing there, Carolina. There's kind of an interesting development going here, Casey. The Brazilians are wiping their glasses off. I mean, it's warm out here already. We're at about 10 a.m., yeah, a little after 10 a.m. It's warm already here in Vegas. They're wiping their glasses pretty consistently, and the young Americans are getting a little bit frustrated with that already here early in set one. Finds the back line to Sarah Sponcil. So it'll be interesting to see the veterans kind of employing some veteran-type tactics to frustrate the young Americans, you know, in a non-volley related way. Let's see how the Americans deal with it as this match progresses.
Yeah, I would just say my warm-up was longer than yours, and I'm sweating already. I don't know what you guys been doing. As Carolina takes a big wipe down the line, smashes that thing, letting her know you guys got to be. You guys know you're supposed to be serving my partner on the right side. I'm supposed to be setting today. This is why.
It's interesting. Traditionally, people do tend to go after Maria Antonelli a little bit more than they go after Carolina. I think as that one finds the net.
It's a break for the Americans, up 10-9. Claes and Sponcil got to be feeling good right now before we get to the halfway mark in game one. Going to Maria here. Great set off the net, Kelly. One thing that she does really well is she can pull and scoop.
She tries to bite off a little more than she could chew on that shot. A nice pull dig and a pretty good set from her partner Sarah Sponcil.
I like Kelly being 6'3" on that play, waiting behind that ball off the net and just taking a big rip down the middle of the court. Instead, she went for a cut shot, little tougher shot to make. As Sponcil goes down the line there, Sarah.
A little frustration there by Maria, thinking that was a little bit of a lift on the set. Looked clean from our vantage point.
Well, Claes has these hands, the crab claws.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how to explain it, but they dip a little different. Her hands come up differently, and then they take the ball in and then squeezes it out. So a lot of teams are gonna give the ref grief on this. But it's a pretty clean set. What'd you think, Rich? I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I liked it. Something to notice there with her hand positioning like you're talking about. She sucks it in a little bit deep, but she doesn't flip her hands all the way out. She maintains that angle, kind of pops it out pretty quickly, even from a low position. So to me, that set looked good. I like her technique. She's certainly a very good hand setter.
She is. What the refs don't want to see is that ball go into your hands and come down into your hands and then come back out. They want it to go. They want one motion. It goes into your hands and then it goes up. They don't want to see it dip down in there, which is, I mean, if you slow-mo it, it's inevitable. The ball's going to go down a little bit. As the Brazilians bump set here, and Kelly once again makes a pull and then has a great approach to go on two on a little bit of a low dig. Maybe that's that partnership that will grow where Sarah will throw that ball up a little higher and Carolina making a great play, staying at the net and swatting that thing back.
Yeah, that's just a nice heads-up play from Carolina there, I think. The right play from the young American team. But Carolina saying, I've seen it all before.
If there's one player on the planet that I've seen progress more in their career, it's Carolina. Seeing her at a young age, 18 and 19, traveling the world, playing in country quotas, losing, sticking around, training with her mother, who is a well-known beach volleyball athlete in Brazil, and sweetheart.
There's another glimpse of the left hand of Kelly Claes.
Kelly Claes goes left hand off the visor of Carolina. But the work that she has put in, and a lot of people have, but the relentless pursuit of what she's doing now, it's been incredible to watch. She's done a great job. One of the best players in the world now. As Maria Antonelli goes over the top, down the line. What they say in Brazil is the La Coruja, the owl, where the owl sleeps in the corner. She hit that spot.
Yeah, we talked a little bit yesterday about the battle going on in Brazil for those Olympic spots. There's so many good teams. You have Barbara Fernanda, you have Agatha Duda.
Oh my gosh.
You have Carolina and Maria, of course. You have Big Baby, The Wall, and Rebecca.
They're just the ones that are here this weekend.
Yeah. So it is an absolute battle, and Maria and Carolina positioning themselves well with a good finish here. This time, Kelly Claes with the stuff in the angle, however, opens up a 3-point lead for the Americans.
Really good hands. If you see Kelly Claes reaches up, sees Maria coming in, doesn't have much. She's late, and she sweeps her hands into the middle angle and stuffs that ball straight down. Maria needed about another foot or one more step earlier to that ball, I thought.
Brazilians take a timeout. One of the things I liked on that replay is you could really notice Kelly Claes' starting position. She got into a good athletic starting position with her hands low. One of the things I talk about with blocking, particularly on the beach, is oftentimes we put our hands kind of at this 90-degree angle to give ourselves that spacing from the net. As
like
blockers.
an indoor when they're standing there waiting for the serve.
Yeah. However, the drawback to that, in my opinion, is we just sort of instinctively tend to finish with our hands the way we start. So if my wrist is at a 90-degree angle, let's see if we get another look at it here. Let's focus in on Kelly's starting position as Maria attacks. Oh, slow motion. Isn't it delightful? She slides out. Those hands are down in a nice athletic position. That's exactly how she's going to finish. Boom. Finish is the same as the start. So I really like that athletic starting position there from Kelly Claes. Nicely done. Big red.
The baby crouching tiger, hidden dragon. See if she does it again. Same hit. That time, Sarah's there. They're going to get another chance on it. Counter attack for the side out.
Casey Jennings, I know you're fluent in Portuguese, so when Carolina's shouting, dois, dois, what does that mean to her partner?
Do it.
Yeah.
She's saying angle.
Dois being 2 in Portuguese, of course, so that means hit it into the cross court. Maria, 13-15 now. Brazil trailing by 2. Set number 1 here. This is round 2 action on the women's side here in the Vegas Open.
Oh, man. That's not a lift.
That is not a lift. That's a tough call. This is one of my least favorite things about the World Tour right here is that there's never any discussion allowed with the up refs. Kelly saying, please tell me how that's a lift, and the guy just kind of shooing her away. That
no
is a great
discussion.
Play. No discussion.
And yeah.
I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Everyone has off days and so forth, and referees are going to make mistakes. They should be somewhat accountable for those, though.
So,
yeah,
sorry. On that play, if you saw, it was Kelly that hit that ball, and she turns to cover herself and pops that ball with the open inside part of her palm. Had she flipped her hand over and gone mahi-mahi back flipper, the ref probably would have never called it, but it's one of those things being in Vegas, Rich, that if the dealer has a 10 showing, you're supposed to think that the dealer has a 10 underneath that,
right,
which I can't stand because it's false, because I have a 10 sitting in front of me with a 4 in front of it, or the last 3 hands I just had a 6 and a 10 and a 5 and a 10. So I burnt the book, they call it. And in this situation, ref sees open hand, popcorn's off her hand, fast enough to where it's super clean, no problem, let's play ball, and makes the call because it's just supposed to be illegal. Sorry, there's a lot of jargon in there. Great set and put away.
And the Americans right the ship. You know, we kind of talked about that a little bit before. How do teams react to calls that go against them, right? And the Americans gotten a little bit of a dip there. hopefully righted the ship here as we're level at 16. That one's going to go just long.
That's a play where the communication comes into hand. Maria Antonelli knows that Carolina looks as if she's going in to hit that ball, and that confirmation of nobody that she could have given her, I think, relieves Carolina of putting too much stress and thinking that somebody's up there to stuff that ball. Would allow her to take some off of that, keep it in. Swings around with a set off of the net.
Oh, come on!
What a recovery.
That's the down ref's call. Carolina's not one to flop, that's for sure. Let's see what happens here. They get tangled up down low.
Sarah gets caught by a little bit of a sand monster. Yeah, I think that's a fair play because Carolina had a chance to jump. She might have gotten the leg swept a little bit there on the landing, but she wasn't in a position to make that play anyways.
So if Maria digs that ball and Carolina's down, you say, okay.
Then I think it's an interference call, yes, absolutely. But as it went cleanly to the sand and Carolina was uninvolved in the defense of that play, I think it's all good.
Highlight! Oh,
And there's the fire that comes as the match progresses and the points become worth a little more, so to speak, on the scoreboard. Really, they all count. But Kelly Claes getting a scoop. Like I said, she pulls and digs better than anyone, and comes in hard on that. Doesn't take that peekaboo. She took it 3-3 in the first game and lets it go.
Nod to your wife, and that was a Kerry Walsh-Jennings-esque pull dig right there.
From the greatest puller of all time, Kerry Walsh-Jennings.
I believe that is absolutely the case.
Good job, honey.
You can just call me Richard. That time put away down the middle, though, Maria Antonelli. 17 looking at 19 now. And we talked about the Americans going into a little bit of a dip after that tough call against them. But they recovered nicely with a few points of their own. A little fire from Kelly Claes.
And Kelly pulls a lot, which can come back to bite you, but she's so dangerous at the net, too, that you can think she's gone, and then she's back in your face. As Sarah saying, I'm not done, I'm getting this ball up for you. Kelly made a bad pass there on a great serve. Carolina for a chance, gets blocked.
What a play, Carolina Salgado.
And goes back bumpy.
Diving back bump over on two.
Over on two.
Yeah, just great awareness of kind of the situation by Carolina Salgado on that play. Excellent hustle play by the Americans. Yeah, you know, the pull is much more a part of the women's game, right? It's a strategic thing almost at times. And you see so many of the women proficient at the pull digging. Yeah, good communication, and it turned out to be right. That was awfully close. But well left by the Americans gives them their first set point here, 2018, set number 1 here.
Big set point against the number 2 team.
The number 4 team in this tournament.
Number 4 team in this tournament.
And that one's going to fall just into the net. The Americans take set number 1 on the hitting error. 21-18. Good start from the USA.
Good start, steady. The Americans steadied out. They were doing a good job early in that match, early in that game. Both teams feeling each other out, but looks like the Brazilians lost a little bit of rhythm when it got to about 15 all.
And I like to credit the aggression level of the Americans as well. We saw Kelly Claes uncork one.
Hey, there we are, Rich.
Oh, hey, there we are.
Say hello to everyone.
I would have done my hair had I known.
I didn't know we had a spy camera. Whoa.
Well, when you tuck them behind your back and just kind of squeeze them against your chest, they look artificially large.
That's why I keep the sweatshirt on, huh?
Happy to be here with you in Sin City, Las Vegas, for the FIVB Las Vegas 4-Star Open presented by P1440. My name is Rich Lamborn, joined by Casey Jennings. Just a couple of Cougars in the booth.
Couple Cougs, BYU. Rich and I won a national championship in 2000.
I'm glad hold such a fond spot in your memory, Casey? It was 1999.
99, I was there. I mean, it's a 99-2000 year. Leave me alone. It was 5 years ago. What do you want me to do?
USA versus Brazil. Round 2 action here on the women's side in this tournament. The Americans, Sarah Sponcil and Kelly Claes, take set number 1, 21-18. Carolina Salgado and Maria Antonelli out of Brazil, looking to level this match here as we get set number 2 underway.
And Brazil comes out with a first serve out of bounds right out of the gates, which is letting us know that maybe that rhythm still isn't quite there. That ball floated out of bounds, and then Kelly Claes went ahead and pulled again.
Yeah.
And got a nice dig on that with her fingertips up high. Waits, comes in, takes a look, and
not an easy play to make, right? On the soft shot, you've got to make sure the contact is clean as you're retreating as the blocker.
Yeah, she took a tomahawk swing at it. See that? She stayed at the net. Maria wasn't able to gauge how high she was. She almost threw that ball and swept it back to get another play on it, and that's the different kind of weapons that a girl like Kelly that can move like that. She's fast and long, so she can pull and dig you, and she can stay at the net and swat you. She's dangerous.
That one just long.
Sarah with the hit out. But I like her aggressive swing. I like her getting up there and swinging at the ball.
As do I. From a coaching standpoint, you know everybody's going to make mistakes here and there. You like those mistakes to be aggressive when they come rather than tentative. And Sarah Sponcil maintains her aggression there, goes heater up the middle.
Nice deep hit. Good deep hit here. As a blocker pulls, she hits it in the right location. Nobody there.
Big stuff. Kelly Claes, nice work with her right hand there on the block. Just sneaking it into the angle. Let's see if we get another look at that.
Great timing. Crouching tiger. Hidden dragon.
A good athletic starting position and reaches with the right hand. Nice job, Kelly Claes. Pulled there, had a chance to dig it. Might have been long, but off the hands of Kelly Claes. We'll switch sides, 4-3. Just like we saw in set 1, the U.S. leading early by a single point. Looking to close this match out in 2. Be quite a good victory for the new partnership.
Oh man,
Young
I'd
Americans.
say so. To go to the quarterfinals against Brazil, number 4 team in the tournament.
2 of the most experienced players we have remaining in this tournament in Maria Antonelli and Carolina Salgado. That's tight.
It's a big point.
Pull dig this time, Sarah Sponcil. And the feast cross court.
That'll frustrate you. Man, you got a chance to steal some momentum. The Brazilians, a big swing at this from Maria, tries to get a hold of this and let it go.
Sarah stays at the net on that play. Pulls with some great technique, as a matter of fact. Her coach at UCLA, Stein Metzger, will be pleased with that. Assistant coach in the broadcast booth later this weekend, Jeff Alzina, as a matter of fact, would also be pleased. She's going to scramble, try the mahi-mahi, but comes up just a little undercooked.
Good effort. I like her. She's spicy in the back. She runs around and gets after it, gets dirty. Currently coaching Kelly Claes and Sarah Sponcil, I believe, is Ryan Mariano, former professional beach volleyball player on the AVP tour with us for a long time, him and Ed Ratledge.
And notorious golf sandbagger.
Good golfer.
He's a good golfer and miraculously lists himself as a 12 handicap. Yeah, Ryan Mariano worked with Sarah Sponcil. She came up in Arizona. He and his wife run a club, a beach volleyball club out there. A lot of people get into
What's
that
it
industry.
called? Give him a plug.
You know what? I wish I had that information.
Text him. Find out. Give him some love.
Finds the back line there, Sarah Sponcil, to maintain their 1-point advantage. Good friend of ours, Kevin McCullough, another former professional beach volleyball player. Runs a club in Northern California, Moxie Beach Volleyball Club. Lots of opportunities for young players to get into the game in the United States. More and more. Great dig, Sarah Sponcil.
Sarah with the scoop. And there's Kelly with that pull again.
That's a nice swing, Maria Antonelli. Oftentimes when you see the blocker retreating, you tend to want to swing at them, right? Thinking they're vulnerable.
Yes.
Maria goes right up the middle though, and I think that's a better shot if you have it available, right?
Yeah, and if you're crisp enough and come in, the cut shot is a beautiful thing too when that blocker pulls. And Kelly Claes getting into that habit of pulling almost sometimes, like I said, can be dangerous because you just get into this rhythm of I'm here and then you're gone, I'm here and then I'm gone. But a little more discipline. I think she stays at the net maybe a little bit more. I don't know, 15, 20%.
You think it's possibly a chess game they're playing with the Brazilians to make them think they're pulling a bunch, and then in critical moments she stays and goes for the stuffy?
Could be. Let's watch her.
Go, go, go!
That is the Jerry Rice turn and burn. Really nice dig. That is a great dig by Sarah Sponcil as she turns around. Stays on the ground, pirouettes.
This is textbook right here. Her coach, Ryan Mariano, would be nothing but pleased with that.
Because I used to jumbo the heck out of him, and he didn't do that. He just sat there and stared straight ahead. That boy could dig the hard driven like no other, but you threw a jumbo over him, he was frozen deer in headlights.
All right, we're giving it to him pretty good here so far on the broadcast this morning. Level at 7 here. Sponcil goes just long that time, and the Brazilians take a lead here.
Carolina Maria hanging in there, and now jump to an 8-7 lead in the second game. Like you said earlier, a lot of these games are going 3 because the level, blow for blow, as Kelly throws up some sauce. And Sarah puts it into the block for Kelly to get. Kelly has such an arsenal in her game. She can hit high heat, she can bang straight down, and then she has smooth little shots like that one.
There's cover there, and a Metzger-esque knuckle pokey back to the sideline there.
Is she doing that at 2020?
I think she is. I think that's enough of a part of her game that she does
so.
that. But as you mentioned, she's got a wide range of shots and can go with either hand.
As she throws a tough jump serve with the flat tire down the line.
You don't often see that, especially at this level, the full swing duff over the top for the kill.
The duff. So, Maria, what I'm saying is she came in to hit that ball and have a little more crisp rotation shot on that. And it just came off weird. It looked like a flat tire to me. Great float serve deep over to Sarah, and Sarah goes down the line, and Maria's there to have it. And look at
just wide.
Nice relaxed poise on her dig, though. I like that. Looks like Maria Antonelli could get a little bit of a higher set. It looks like she's getting to that ball and losing 3-4 inches on her jump and being able to hit that different angles. And they try. Kelly. Carolina swats a shot, comes back over to Maria for the pokey jumbo out of bounds. See that set?
A bullet dodged that time by the Americans.
Big bullet. What do you think? That set looks a little low to me.
We're getting a little bit of swirly wind in here as the morning rolls on. Sometimes that affects the sets, I think.
Yeah, and she might be asking for that lower set.
Nice pickup, Sarah Sponcil. Can she put it away?
Great set by Maria, and another scoop by Kelly Claes. Oh, yes, that's what I like to see. Throws the glasses. We got glasses on the court. She cleans them up. As you would say, the presence of mind.
Yeah, unbelievable effort there. Both sides, some great pull digging from both sides as well.
This is what you want to see, scrapping it out. Talk about it, Rich.
So Carolina obviously has a pretty good read here on Kelly Claes. She kind of late pulls into that drop shot and slaps it over like we saw her do early in this match. but this time the Americans on it. Had to give it back, however, and Carolina with the soft little cut shot puts it away. 2-point advantage now for the Brazilians, 11 looking at 9.
Sarah I love her hanging in there, grinding. She got grit, this gal. Young buck, the future of the sport. As they take a hubby wife on the honeymoon up the middle. So in beach volleyball, when you have a new partner, you just jump into it. You guys are first season together. We call it the honeymoon. Everything's great. You're kicking butt, looking good. And then time starts to go by, and oftentimes, you know what happens there, Rich?
What happens is you're in the hotel suite in Hawaii. It's raining outside, so you got to spend all day inside. Now, it gets a little annoying after about hour number 4, you know what I mean? You start to wear on each other's nerves a little bit. Things aren't quite as rosy as they were when you were walking down the aisle. She was in her white dress. She was looking gorgeous. You were exchanging vows.
Great set, Honey Bunchkins. I love that set.
That might be a little bit too much detail, a little bit of personal.
Way to dig that ball. So people, you know, over time, you're flying on planes together. You're doing everything together. You're sharing hotel rooms. You're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to workouts together. And over time, it can just start to wear on you. You start to get frustrated. Man, can you close your mouth when you eat? You're chomping. I mean, chill out. And so it's just funny. So we call it the honeymoon. And then the honeymoon stage can be a great place, or it can end early. An annulment in Vegas.
Let's see how the Americans bounce back here, facing a 3-point deficit here midway through set number 2. And another stuff there. Carolina. Kelly just a little bit underneath some of these sets, I think, right? She's best, obviously, as our most people when the ball's out front of her.
Ball's close to the net. She's turning her whole body, but Carolina, to credit, man, she waits and she is a troublesome blocker. Not super tall, not super explosive. Great timing, and gets her hands in a great place. And she's put the time in to get where she's at doing that. So she's one of the best in the world at stuffing people.
And I like what Kelly and Sarah did there. Ran a little bit of tempo, make Carolina move.
Yep.
Slap it with the left hand for the kill. And Deutsch called again, as we could hear. He didn't go into the cross court. Carolina obliges for the kill.
And something
Knuckle pokey to the corner. Go ahead.
Something you'll see with this team is they practice this, man, all the time, all day long. Their coaches are working on these specific plays that they're doing, that they've been able to. As soon as she hears her say two angle in Portuguese, Carolina on a tight ball doesn't have to force a hard hit there and goes ahead with the pokey deep ball to the angle, knowing that trusting her partner, making a great call. She says, linea, line shot over the block.
Sponcil on that one that time, just unable to come up with it with the one-handed spear attempt.
She says, linea over the block, and then she says, no, I got a lot of court over here. I'm going for it. I got a good rip on this.
Nice cover, Kelly Claes, and a great play by the Americans.
Woo!
A little bit lucky that ball came right back into Kelly's lap, but she was ready to cover it nonetheless.
Yeah, sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time, and the chicken wing off Kelly Claes, and she gets another wrap at it, and Carolina fighting them at the net, making it tough on them, but they get that one down.
Those can be critical points.
Beautiful hit.
The experience of Brazil showing there. Maria coming back with the kill right away to make sure that the Americans don't gain any momentum from that fortuitous play prior.
That's a pretty hit. Deep down into the line with some heat on it.
4-point advantage into the side switch here. Brazil 16 looking at 12. Set number 2, the Americans took the first 21-18.
Sponcil again, showing her fight, touching everything, getting in there, grinding. Kelly got to stay and bounce here. Great serve by the Brazilians. Maria Antonelli puts it down the middle. Kelly slides in to get it and can only get a free ball over the net, which sets the Brazilians up for a quick play on 2. Another great serve up the middle. They're fighting for it.
Oh, my goodness.
Shoot.
Hopefully everyone's okay there with the collision. Everyone gets up quickly, which is nice to see.
Oh, that's a tough play. They're both talking. They're both saying, I got it, I got it. And that's a great thing. You want everybody going for the ball, and if anything, you guys collide. Looks like her neck's a little hurt, but she's got a little smile with it. Just saying, man, that was close.
Chiropractic adjustments can be awesome, but unwanted chiropractic adjustments can be less than awesome, Casey Jennings.
Yes.
Unexpected, unwanted chiropractic neck adjustments. Yeah.
Just as well as stick the other way. That shows how important these points are, you know, going for it.
That was like, you know, you bring up Jerry Rice with the turn and burn. That was like Ronnie Lott going right across the middle, just laying people out. Safety position.
They hit hard, those two, man.
Nice little soft shot over the top there, Maria Antonelli. And it's 18-13 now as the Brazilians creep closer to the end of this second set.
Tennis. Got a little back and forth. Brazil swatting the ball over for the 3rd time. 4th time.
Oh, just wide.
Wow.
And making the Americans work, though. We saw that in the opening match this morning on the men's side.
Look at this. You don't ever see this. On 1, Laura Ludwig usually bumps it over, sees the whole court. She'll hit it, 2. There's 1, over on 1. 2. Swat to the back line. Sometimes you're off balance, you got to do it. You don't have a choice. But that one, I'm not sure if she tried. She tried to go over on that one?
I don't know that she did.
Little Wallace.
Nice attempt there, Sarah Sponcil, off the top of her partner's hands. But it's a kill for Brazil. 19-14 now, set number 2.
Maria Antonelli looking a little bit more in rhythm, looking a lot smoother, able to move the ball around, cutting, hitting, tooling the block. Brazil looks like they're in the groove now in the second set as they serve into the net. If they pull this second set out, what do you think the Americans have to do in that 3rd set?
One of the things I think the Americans have to do is really shore up the middle in serve-receive on their side. Brazil seems to be going almost exclusively there. That's a tactic they employ against just about everybody.
Yeah.
But particularly like we've talked about against a new partnership, they're going to try and exploit that middle, try and exploit the lack of familiarity. The honeymooners.
Would you tell Kelly to slide over into the middle ball more since she's the 6-footer?
That's a tactic I like, is squeezing the middle. Make the server go somewhere they don't want to go. If they want to go middle, close off the middle. Make them, you open up the sidelines a little bit, which can be dangerous, but make them serve something they don't want to serve. Maybe you can introduce a mistake.
Something different. As Brazil puts that ball away, we're going to set 3, 21-15 in the second. The Americans win 21-18 in the first. Just how we like it. Check these highlights out from the first 2 sets. We got a ball game here going to set 3. Watch this.
I love that shot as we went into the highlights.
Carolina
the first 2
in.
sets. We get the stoic look at Sponcil just refueling a little bit, resetting herself mentally. A little bit of a seesaw battle here. The Americans were fantastic in set 1. The Brazilians really steadied out and imposed their will in set number 2. And it's, as always, anybody's ball game.
Woo.
Going into set number 3. Some great pole digging as we're seeing here.
Big stuffs, big hits, and them digs, man. You just got to get in the right place and take it. Close your eyes if you have to, but take it. Off the forehead. Whatever you need to do to get it done. That ball hits you, it comes up.
That's an excellent defensive mantra close your eyes and take it if you have to, Casey Jennings.
Whatever you got to do, man. Nobody up. Get in the pocket. Take one off the neck if you have to.
Just throw some surface area out there, right? Good things can happen. Casey, your expectations here, set number 3.
Man, I don't know what the Americans are going to do because they lost that game. Maybe they switch up, go back to Carolina, but it looks like they're going right at Maria Antonelli. Kelly Claes stays at the net that time, and Maria, as I said, is in rhythm and gets a nice cut shot after she's been doing a little bit of everything. They might want to try Carolina out, whereas the Brazilians, they just been serving tough up the middle and hitting Sponcil and getting some good stuffs and winning rallies. As they go at Sarah here. Get another touch, great dig on it. Their defensive moves are so on point, meaning their timing is so good, Rich. Carolina looks like she's blocking the line there, and she jumps and reaches deep into the middle, into the hard hit, and Maria, on perfect timing, runs to the line and is able to stick an arm out on a fast line shot, not even a high shot. She stabs at that ball, and they get a point out of it.
That one stays on the Brazilian side. Point for the Americans. To your earlier point, I think Maria looks incredibly in rhythm, and it's because she's passing the ball better. She's getting that set that she wants. So I think the ability to get her a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit out of system is going to be critical here as the Americans have a chance. And Kelly slaps it over onto the back line. She might have touched that first offering and had to go. In any case.
Yep, so Kelly goes down the line to Maria, gets that good pass Rich is talking about, goes up, takes a rip at it, and Sarah gets a great dig, and Kelly, with some of the best footwork you'll see in the women's game, turns and sees that there's an opportunity before the defense sets up to put it away. As Maria goes down the line there, staying composed, no panic. We've been here before.
I do like this strategy early in this set by the Americans to push her deep. Even though that's a perfect pass, she's got such a long ways to go in order to hit that ball. So that can throw off her rhythm
a lot of skipping, and shuffle steps to get into your approach.
Nice little shot of us in the booth looking pensive. When in actuality, nothing is going on in between my ears.
Brazil talking about that play, a little frustrated. I think that Carolina dove into the angle and Maria wanted her to stay line or vice versa. I can't tell.
One of the things I love about the passionate nature of Brazilian people is even a friendly discussion seems heated.
Yes, they're talking about dinner and what they had, and you're like, are they fighting? I'll get into it with Pedro once in a while, but it never goes further than, you know, yelling or anything, because he knows I'll drop that hammer on him and whoop him down if I need to. The Black Dragon will get taken out by the Vegas Kid, right?
If it goes too far, it's going to mean a triangle chokehold.
Yeah.
For Pedro Salgado.
I'm going to have to go armbar, flying armbar into him.
All right.
Put him down.
Level here at 4. That served just wide for Kelly Claes. Well left, as it turned out, from Maria Antonelli. It was awfully close, though.
Looked like percussion on the line from here, but we are far away from that line. So.
Little percussion, little staccato drum beat.
Carolina back to serve for the side switch after this point.
That one
Touch
just
shot.
wide. Kelly Claes.
Out of bounds. I think on this play, she's got to get out there wide and come in at a 45-degree angle so that shot isn't have to rely on her shoulder determining how far that ball is going to go, but her body and rhythm can have a smooth little cut shot on that. So if she gets out wide, Kelly Claes like an outside hitter in indoor, she comes in and that shot's going to be smoother. See, right now, she's coming straight into a ball that's coming over her shoulder, right?
Right.
I just can't emphasize enough for a player to get outside of that court, even on the left side, since your inside arm is your strong arm. As you see here, the Americans switching sides. Kelly not feeling smooth over on the left, switches to the right, which she knows very well as she was the setter for a little while, right?
Okay.
And there's that play, the Brazilians.
Okay, maybe that gets her going here. That overset there from Carolina, and Kelly Claes tattoos it.
Carolina wants this set back without a doubt because Maria makes a great dig down the line. And she might have just lost her balance here. Just tried to make it too perfect and oversets it. And there's a 6'3" Kelly Claes waiting to take a bite out of that.
Yeah, I agree with you on the angle of approach for left-siders. You want it kind of an outside to in so that that set doesn't blow over your head.
And on the right side, you can come in a little more straight, Todd Rogers style. I mean, you can definitely come in, so it's not a bad idea for her to go to the right if she wants to come in with that straight-on approach. But as you saw, Maria come in kind of at a straight. That ball's got to go over her left shoulder to her right, so it's a little bit okay, whereas even I on the right come in at a 45. But on the left, it's very important.
Great swing there. Sarah Sponcil with some heat down the line.
Sarah getting involved.
Nice reprieve there for Kelly Claes. And she's got a pretty straight up and down jump, doesn't she, when she attacks? That's tight. Oh,
Kelly.
Well wiped off the hands of Kelly Claes, however. We'll switch sides. The Brazilians up 3 here. 9-6. Set number 3. This is women's second round action.
If you see here, Maria goes up, knows that Kelly's going to be there, and you see her arm literally going for the ball and wiping it out of bounds. Had Kelly pulled her hands out of the way, that ball would have went into the antenna, but it's just such a great play to do on a 50-50 set.
Oh,
as Carolina throws that back at Sarah. Sarah's showing that she didn't extend her arm and get up and over that.
Let's have a look at this. This is almost like a 1986 Dominique Wilkins just reach back and double slam a jam of that thing.
Dangerous.
Well read, Carolina Salgado. 10-6 now. Brazil firmly in control of this third set. Nice response there from Sponcil.
Great rip, but like you were saying, there's that middle serve, Rich. She throws that ball right up the middle. It's frustrating. The Americans, there's not a clear set person who's going to take that ball, even though they made a great pass and set out of it. They're going to have to communicate before the serve even happens to say, Kelly's going to say, I'm sliding in, or Sponcil saying, my middle, get out of the way, let's talk early, and let's establish who's taking this ball, because the Brazilians continue to serve that ball as Kelly pulls off the net again way too early, and Maria takes advantage of that. And we have Slurpees on the board, Richard.
7-11, buddy. Yeah, I would concur with that assessment there, Casey, as the Americans are going to call a timeout. I don't mind the pull so much, but you really have to not tip your hand too early. Right?
She was 2 feet from the back line.
Yeah.
That means as a hitter, I'm coming in, and if you're going to be all the way on that back line, I have so many options. I can hit it right at you, straight ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing out there? And so Maria comes in on that ball and is able to see the entire court. She has cut shot, short pokey. She can take your hat off, your sunglasses, the whole bit. She can hit down the middle.
Yeah, and in this case, she went all the way to the sideline and just completely avoided the retreating Kelly Claes, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they're going to want to figure that out. I think that the Americans, Kelly stays at the net a little bit more and lets Sarah run around behind her and get dirty back there. And then they're going to have to figure out this middle serve that Maria's about to throw at him again, because she's been serving great. Ever since the first game, she missed a couple serves, and I think even in this, or the second game, she missed the first serve of the second game, but ever since then, her serve has been right on point.
A little tight again, and Carolina swallows that up.
And she's passing them, so Sarah's taking that serve in the middle, right? She takes that serve in the middle, and then she's going to hit a ball out of the middle. That shrinks the court, and for a small player, It's no fun against a blocker that's playing sneakaboo with you all day.
Finds the back line there, Sarah Sponcil.
Carolina's hiding, diving angle. She's hiding, diving back to the line. That's creating a lot of havoc where Sarah Sponcil just pokes that ball and touches the back of the line.
And those sets getting a little bit tight.
Yeah.
The Brazilians going after the younger Sarah Sponcil here late in this third set. They're now 3 points away from victory. The Americans looking to charge back here, 8 serving 12. And there's a big block, Kelly Claes. Nice little flip of their strategy as well, going after Maria Antonelli most of this third set. Throw one at Carolina and get the stuff.
Yep,
as we will
here you
see
a great pass. Going over to Carolina, she gets stuffed. Maria has a chance to cover it, and the most important part of that play was Kelly's response and the fire that she had after that stuff and excitement. But it's 12-8 in the third. Kelly, if I'm Kelly's coach, Ryan Mariano, I'm telling her, that's got to be at 3-3 in the first game. You got to let them know I'm here, and I'm hungry, and I want to win this match, and I'm getting Olympic points. Get out of my way. She's got that fire. She's got that energy. She's just got to have it the entire match.
We go back to Kelly here. Nice dig in the back court. Maria. Good retreating dig, Kelly Claes. Can she do something with it? Yes, the cross court put away.
Back and
Saves the side.
forth. Back and forth. I love the sound effects. You hear that? The ball just getting dug. Then you hear a hit. So nice, man. These girls are battling.
10-13. And again, the Americans a little frustrated by the sunglass wiping. See if they can come up with a real point here. They again try Carolina Salgado. She goes around to the right side. Soft little shot over the top. Brings them to match point, and several of them, in fact, 14-10.
So really, 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 really nice play by Carolina. She gets served to her middle, her right side. She passes the ball straight ahead, focuses on that pass first, puts it straight ahead in the middle of the court and says, I'm not going to swing back around to the left side where there's a little breeze. I'm going to go with the flow of this play, and I'm swinging around to the backside to the right side, and I'm going to have a nice set and a lot of court. And not only that, my vision is going to be fully intact on this play, and easily puts that away. That's just a really good play by her. Another serve up the middle. Kelly takes it and does the same. Swings around and has tons of court. Takes a big 6'2" rip.
She likes that crossbody swing and has all kinds of room with which to operate from the right side. Great set from her partner and the Yahtzee. Even blocking the angle was Carolina Salgado.
She was. Which, that's the thing, man. Kelly's so long, and she played the right side. She knows it. She got over there, and her footwork is really, really, really good as she stuffs that ball. But Maria Antonelli's there to put the match away. And
Nice cover there, Maria Antonelli, and the put away gives Brazil the victory.
Goes with the La Coruja shoulder down the line, the spin. Rich talks about the owl shoulder. Able to twist that thing 180 degrees, what, 360?
360 degrees, that owl head.
1440.
Some hugs shared by the competitors, handshakes to the referees, and a well-fought battle. Both teams, congratulations. As we take a look at match point here, we'll see a good blocking move from Kelly Claes, but well covered and put away Maria Antonelli.
Really good match. The small things were done well by the Brazilians late in the game. As you see, Maria covers that ball. She's ready. You're never not doing anything in beach volleyball when there's two people on the court. You set the ball, you turn and look for the shot call that's open, and then you cover your partner. Textbook by Maria Antonelli.
I think we would say that the Brazilian side was able to make adjustments either better or more quickly than the younger Americans, right? The Americans came out hot, but the Brazilians really settled into their ball game, the style they wanted to play, were able to kind of exploit the young American team with some middle serves.
Yeah,
and that was probably the difference in that match, right?
It's just so true to speed in a lot of sports. Tennis, basketball, whatever, the first quarter, the first half is going to be super tight. It's going to be blow for blow. When that veteran team, the